South Africa has been rocked once again to its political core following the mysterious online leak of a heated and furious telephone conversation between African National Congress (ANC) National Chairperson Gwede Mantashe and President Cyril Ramaphosa late last night. The recording, now widely referred to by the public as the Mantashe leak, has sent shockwaves across the nation. The audio has spread like wildfire through WhatsApp groups, X, formerly Twitter, Spaces, and Facebook Live forums, painting a chilling portrait of a ruling party in overt defiance and a president under siege. Lasting nearly 17 minutes, the conversation is being described by many as one of the most incendiary and revealing exchanges ever recorded between two of the ANC's most powerful figures. From the very start, Gwede Mantashe's tone is charged with anger and frustration, his voice carrying the weight of decades of political stress. At one point, he shouts, "Cyril, you are killing this movement. You hide behind money and committees, but the people see through you. You are weak and you are dragging us all into your mess." President Ramaphosa, clearly caught off guard, attempts to intervene in a calm but defensive voice, insisting, "I have held this party from falling apart completely. When I leave, everything disintegrates. I am the stability that remains." However, Mantashe is unyielding, escalating his criticism by accusing the president of betraying the ANC's heritage and eroding the party's already fragile reputation among South Africans. "You don't speak to me of stability, Cyril," Mantashe counters sharply. "You've sold us out to corruption and cover-ups. The country needs answers, not alibis. You imagine you are above reproach, but the people are turning against us, and it's because of you." As the conversation intensifies, the exchange quickly turns into what political analysts are calling a verbal battlefield, with Ramaphosa struggling to maintain composure while Mantashe unleashes years of pent-up anger. Their confrontation becomes deeply personal, revolving around the ANC's moral decline and the responsibility for the party's deteriorating reputation. The most explosive moment reportedly occurs midway through the call, when Mantashe warns that factions within the ANC are preparing to act against the president. His words carry a menacing undertone. "Don't think that your friends will defend you indefinitely, Cyril. There are meetings, serious meetings. If you don't resign, you will be forced out. You are not larger than the movement." A visibly shaken Ramaphosa responds, his voice trembling with both anger and disbelief, "Gwede, you're threatening me now. You think taking me out will save the ANC? You'll ruin everything we've constructed." Mantashe, unfazed, replies with a steely firmness, "No, Cyril. You did that to it. All we have left to do is clean up the mess, and that might just mean you have to leave." The fallout from the leak has been immediate and dramatic. Within hours, the story dominated national front pages, and opposition parties seized on the scandal. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, released a scathing statement asserting that the recording proves Ramaphosa is finished, abandoned even by his own allies. Similarly, the Democratic Alliance, DA, described the tape as evidence of a rotten ANC devouring itself from within. Offline, public reaction has been equally intense, with social media erupting in hashtags such as #AntashLeak, #RamaphosaExposed, and #ANCimplosion. Many citizens are demanding that the president step down immediately, while others call for early elections, claiming the nation cannot continue under leadership mired in internal strife. Political commentators caution that the leak could mark a pivotal moment in the ANC's ongoing leadership struggle. Gwede Mantashe, long regarded as a shrewd political operator and one of the party's most calculating minds, may now be positioning himself as either the kingmaker for Ramaphosa's replacement or the architect of the president's downfall. Observers suggest that Mantashe's emotional outburst may have been a calculated political gesture aimed at galvanizing discontented party members into action. Sources indicate that several top officials have already begun secret deliberations regarding potential leadership alternatives should pressure topple Ramaphosa's presidency. Yet, the biggest mystery remains: who recorded and leaked the conversation? Was it a rival faction seeking to embarrass the president and expedite his political demise? Could outside forces hoping to destabilize the ANC ahead of next year's elections be involved? Or was it an insider from Ramaphosa's own circle, a former ally turned betrayer with access to one of the most intimate discussions in South African politics? Regardless of the source, the damage is done. The leak has laid bare the divisions within the ANC, exposing the bitterness, distrust, and betrayal that now define a party once celebrated as a symbol of South Africa's liberation struggle. The public has gained a rare and unvarnished glimpse into the disintegrating unity of the ruling party, a sight far from reassuring. The episode reignites questions about the ANC's political and moral collapse, with most South Africans perceiving the party as consumed by selfishness and corruption, disconnected from the everyday struggles of ordinary citizens. The once unifying force that led the fight against apartheid is now widely viewed as fragmented and in freefall. As Parliament prepares for a volatile session next week, one question dominates national discourse: will Sir Ramaphosa survive politically? Insiders have long whispered that the president's grip on his inner circle has weakened. The Mantashe leak may provide the clinching evidence, revealing that a deeply personal and emotionally charged confrontation between two close allies is now possible. If Mantashe's anger reflects the broader sentiment within the ANC, South Africa may indeed be witnessing the final chapter of Ramaphosa's presidency. Analysts suggest that the coming weeks will be decisive, potentially thrusting the ANC into a leadership crisis as rival factions vie for control and seek to restore credibility ahead of the next national election. Intervention by the party's National Executive Committee may be required to prevent a complete collapse of public support. The ramifications of this political instability extend far beyond internal party matters. International observers have raised concerns about its potential impact on investor confidence and South Africa's global reputation. Financial markets have already reacted nervously, with the rand slipping amid uncertainty over the political fallout. For ordinary South Africans, however, the reaction has been emotional rather than measured. Citizens feel profoundly betrayed, as years of promises of reform, renewal, and transparency are overshadowed by yet another reminder that the ANC's battles for power have been fought at the expense of the people. One social media user captured this sentiment succinctly, commenting on X, "They're struggling for power while South Africans are struggling to survive."